What's up? Untitled Geek back for another match on this road to the belt, as we call it. We have a great match for you today. We have Alex taking on Eli. These are two very, very good, very sneaky good players who have been around in this league for quite a bit now. Both are a part of very strong teams. Eli, of course, is your teammate Joe. And Alex was teammate to a team partner where he KO'd an opponent and then left that teammate to form another team with another perennial contender, David Garcia. So both are very reliable teams players, very strong singles players, and they'll be going head to head today. So with me on the desk is Eli's team partner, Joe. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to this. You've got a sort of it's like an ONTL family gathering going on here.
Okay,
You've got yourself, obviously, one of the head writers here at ONTL. You've got myself, who's current singles champion and occasional writer. You've got Alex, who basically started this whole thing, and part one half of a team with David, who also started this whole thing, who's currently in the background watching. And then you have Eli, who's one half of the team's champions. This is a big ONTL gathering here. I think it should be nice, but we know how Alex can be in his promos sometimes. So let's get out of that and get into those and see what they have to say.
Absolutely.
You know, it's one thing you can bring on, count on ONTL for doing, and it's being fair and balanced. We're back in singles, a division that I have been ignoring for the better half of 2 years. Somehow I'm the higher ranked player. Don't worry. It doesn't matter who wins today. I mean, this is going to be a friendly game, probably. Eli and I have nothing but nice things to say about each other, probably. But you know what? Some things do never change. Another thing you can always count on here at ONTL. Me having a drink. Vodka's gross. Let's get to work.
I never had a friend named Alex. However, I can say this now, that I do have a friend named Alex, and that is who I'm playing against right now. Look, I know everyone was probably expecting me to throw some jabs, but no. Alex is someone I consider a friend. He is a fellow Tennessean. He is a fellow asexual person, individual such as myself. So this is very much when Alex talks about even matches, I have to agree. This is the most even that we're ever going to be. So I am looking forward to playing in this Geek match. Alex, I know you are. Unlike you, I can't drink alcohol because I might have a seizure. So let's get into the match.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Well, those were interesting promos. I haven't seen somebody shotgun that much vodka since St. Patty's Day 2020, and then 2019 and 20. But never mind. Anyway,
hey, David might see that Star Wars celebration next year.
Yep, that should be interesting. But anyway, let's get right into it. Introducing first, with a record of 1 win and 0 defeats, Mr. Eli McCaig. And coming in with a record of 1 win and 1 defeat and 1 TKO, we got Alex Martinez Coronado.
What up?
All right. You guys know how it works. 10 questions from 10 different geek categories. You get 20 seconds to answer each question. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you get nothing. If a player gets all 10 questions right, you will get a bonus question to you and only you. Are there any? And then you have 3 repeats and a challenge throughout the duration of the match. Any questions before we hop into round number 1?
Alex, how's your day? You having a good day?
It's all right. If only I knew somewhere to if I only knew someone that could tell me if the Minions movie was good. Does anybody?
Well, look, I have to say, because my job deals with movie reviews, I can say the Minions movie was really good.
Okay.
Awesome. Love it. Love Minions, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to ask you some questions. Joe, why don't you go ahead and give them their first question?
Oh, I'd be glad to. Your first question is going to come to you in the category of Star Wars. I know why you gave it to me now. R2-D2 uses his booster rockets for the first time in which Star Wars movie? And we're looking for release order.
Of course, Star Wars champion would be impolite to give you the not to give you the Star Wars question.
Runner up. Yeah, there's the runner up. David's in the background. He can't read it, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars Celebration in London next year. I'm so happy.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. 5,
Wookie mistake
4,
me. It's gonna
3,
happen.
2, 1. I'm excited. Pens down. Let's go to Eli
Attack of the Clones.
and Alex.
Sith.
Attack of the Clones is correct. Eli will strike first blood. All right, your next question. It's in the category of the DCEU. In Birds of Prey, what does Harley throw off of the window? I'll restart. In Birds of Prey, what does Harley throw out the window while she is driving the truck into Axis Chemicals?
I'm a big fan of this. This is one of my top DCEU movies.
I know, it isn't like your favorite film of 2020 or something.
On review, it's probably not as high, but that was doing it in December, right at the end of the year. There's some stuff I've seen since, but I enjoyed it very much.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Alex
Is it the Joker necklace?
and Eli.
Her Joker necklace.
Both correct.
Both players now on the board as we move into your third question, which comes to you in the category of Marvel. In The Amazing Spider-Man 2, what does Peter do immediately after receiving his What does Peter do immediately after receiving his diploma at graduation?
What's your stance on this movie? Is it a good movie? Is it a bad movie? Or is it just like fine?
It's a fine Spider-Man movie. I think the thing about these is that Andrew Garfield is great.
Mm-hmm.
I just think we all know about the stuff about trying to get the big villain team up there, and that's what I think hinders it really, is that it doesn't focus on what it should.
3, 2, 1. I agree. Pens down. Eli
Gives Gwen a big old kiss.
and Alex.
Kiss Gwen Stacy.
Yep, we'll take both.
It's not exactly what we have written down, but
Oh, it's not? Okay. My apologies.
But correct nonetheless. All right, your fourth question in the category of Star Trek. Nichelle Nichols has appeared in how many Star Trek films? Of course, the late great Nichelle Nichols. She was 89. It's a nice, long, healthy life.
it's a good run. Just phenomenal.
Can I get a clarification? Appeared like physically?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
5.
Just a groundbreaker, a pioneer, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
1. Pens down. Alex
6.
and Eli.
I said 7.
6 is correct. So we have a tie game now, 3-3.
Absolutely. Tying it up 3-3. Excellent stuff. As we move into your next category, which is going to come in mixed bag. Who plays Cross, Wesley's real father, in Wanted?
I like this movie. It's good.
I do. It took me a while to see it. I remembered like all the stuff in the stuff in the trailers around some of the action sequences, and I never got around to it until I joined this community.
And a weirdly stacked cast. Like, it's one of the most stacked casts I think I've seen in a movie like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Eli. We'll go to Eli
Yeah, I didn't get it right. I said Jason Statham.
and Alex.
Weirdly enough, I went Jason Isaacs.
Both incorrect. It's Thomas Kretschmann,
Who?
Baron von Strucker from the MCU.
Thank you.
Just checking the document. No, there's no spoilers. We're good.
Yeah, I saw the actor's face, couldn't pull the name.
But your next. Oh no.
All good. Hop into your next question. In MCU, in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who is the first Guardian Mantis uses her powers on?
This one doesn't rank highly for me, but it's in the MCU, so it's still an enjoyable movie. Just in terms of the MCU, I put
it's middle tier. Like it's in that 4-star range, but I still like it a lot.
Oh yeah.
I like the soundtrack for Volume 2 a little bit more than the soundtrack for Volume 1. That's my only hot take about those films.
I do like a lot. I do have a lot of both ones, but I think I listened to the Volume 2 soundtrack a little bit more as well.
1 pens down. We'll go to Alex.
Peter.
And Eli.
Star-Lord, Peter Quill.
Both correct.
And moving on now to your next question, which is going to come in the category of DC. In what DC movie does the main character get beaten up in a diner only to return at the end of the movie and humiliate the bully? I like these sort of questions. Just describing one specific scene, and it's like you have to start turning the cogs in the eggs. It's a very vague description. Always like these sort of questions.
The ones that make you think the most. You either have it immediately or it takes you like almost the entire duration.
And I think when I first started the study guide, it was what is the name of, who plays, who does this. But now it's getting into these style of questions as well, because you know they're coming more and more frequently.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Eli.
Superman 2.
And Alex.
Superman 2.
Superman 2 is correct.
Very interesting way to word that question. Have me struggling.
You know it. All right, your next question is in Middle-earth. The character of Bayorn appears in how many Middle-earth films?
What I like about hosting matches with you, Thomas, never any pronunciation issues with things like Bayorn and all that. It's always we know when you got people like real geek players. Pronunciation is never going to be.
When you've been like watching the movies since like you were a kid, it's like embedded in your personal vocabulary of names. Star Trek is the only one where I think I have a little bit of issue with. 5.
I'll say so about pronunciation. Once I double check the document for spoilers.
1 pens down. Alex.
2.
And Eli.
2.
2 is correct.
6-6. And I do believe if you watch Infinity War carefully, Thor mispronounces Nidavellir. He calls it Nidavellir, which is really annoying for writing questions.
Yeah.
We're going to move on though to your next category, which is going to come in sci-fi killers. In Aliens, how do Vasquez and Lieutenant Williams die? This is one of those strong sequels.
Mm-hmm. I used to actually like this movie more than Alien, and that was like 5 years ago when I watched both for the first time. But now on rewatch, I like Alien a lot more.
Something else in this category, I do think the sequel, the second one is the best.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna go to Eli.
I didn't know. I just said they get bisected.
And Alex.
I said explosion.
Explosion is correct. So Alex now taking a 7-6 lead as we head into your last question of the round in the category of the Wizarding World. Harry Potter uses the spell Sectumsempra to end a duel in which movie?
Good old spells questions. They've never tripped anyone up.
Oh. If I had a nickel for every time somebody mispronounced the spell, I would have paid off my entire student loan by now.
But as previously discussed, no issues with the pronunciation.
No issues here. So, like, I'm really reading all the books again. So
nice.
I do it every summer. 5, 4, 3,
every summer. That's impressive.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Alex.
Half-Blood Prince.
And Eli.
Chamber of Secrets.
Half-Blood Prince is correct. So at the end of round number 1, Alex with a late surge, leading 8-6.
Absolutely. A very, very close game. Moving into round number 2, which, as everyone knows by now, is our randomizer round. Before the match, both competitors submitted a category they wanted removed from our randomizer. We then spun that randomizer, and it gave us 3 categories. The player in the lead will decide whether they want to go first and pick first and go first, which is the categories on the wheel today, or on the randomizer that picked today, are the MCU, Middle-earth, and Star Trek. So, Alex, as player in the lead, would you like to pick your category first?
I would like to pick my category first, as well as answer my questions first.
Where would you like to go?
The Marvel Cinematic Universe MCU.
Okay, MCU is off. So, Eli, between Middle-earth and Star Trek, where would you like to go?
I would like to go to the great world of Middle-earth.
Okay, so Star Trek will be pushed to round number 3. You still have all your repeats and challenges still in effect. Thomas, who would you like to take well?
I'll go ahead and give Alex his MCU questions.
Okay.
All right, Alex, you ready for your questions in MCU?
Yes.
All right, first question. In Black Panther, Everett Ross is shot in the spine while protecting who specifically?
Okoye.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal for Eli.
Nakia.
That is correct for a big 2-point steal. Your second question. What does Harley throw at Savin to stop him from shooting a handcuffed Tony in Iron Man 3?
Repeat the question.
Okay, first repeat. What does Harley throw at Savin to stop him shooting a handcuffed Tony in Iron Man 3?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, a potato, B, a snowball, C, a pool ball, or D, a rock.
Snowball.
That is correct for 1 point. Okay, your third question. A ship called the Lemurian Star appears in which MCU film?
Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your penultimate question. How does Captain Marvel die in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness?
Crushed by a statue.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question. What event is Rhodey attending when he puts on one of Tony's suits in Iron Man 2?
A birthday party.
That is correct for 2 more points, getting your total up to 15. But with those steals, Eli gets his total up to 8.
Okay, and now we're going to move on to Eli's round 2 in the category of Middle-earth. Eli, prepare for your questions in Middle-earth.
Yes.
In The Two Towers, what kind of creature pulls Aragorn off the cliff during a battle, forcing everyone to believe he is dead?
A warg.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Battle of the Five Armies, the Eagles are transporting Beorn into battle. Which other character are they bringing with them? Five, 4,
Multiple choice.
3. Not a problem. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Gandalf, B, Elrond, C, Radagast, or D, Thranduil?
Radagast.
That is correct for 1 point. Your third question. In Middle-earth. In an unexpected journey, what did the trolls steal from the dwarves?
Multiple choice.
5. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, ponies, B, the key to Erebor, C, gold, or D, weapons? Five, 4, 3,
Ponies.
2. That is correct for 1 point. Your penultimate question in Middle-earth. In Return of the King, during the prologue, Gollum says that he forgot the taste of what when he escaped to the Misty Mountains?
The taste of bread.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in Middle-earth. In which Middle-earth movie does a character provoke a water monster by throwing rocks at the lake?
The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
That is correct for 2 points, and coming out of that round, the 1 point lead.
Absolutely. 16-15. Eli with the advantage as we head into round number 3. Round 3 works like this. You guys know how it works. The first two categories were chosen, which left Star Trek. For round number 3, you will get a 2, 3, and a 5. And we will go until a person is mathematically eliminated or we run out of questions. So, Eli, you are now in the lead. Do you want set 1 or set number 2?
Well, because I am lower ranked, I will take set number 2.
Okay. All right, so Joe, why don't you go ahead and give Alex his questions in set number 1.
All right, Alex, just a reminder, you still have 2 repeats and your challenge left as we get into your questions in set number 1 in Star Trek. What race is the main villain Kruge in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock?
Klingon.
For 2 points and the lead.
Okay. Bouncing it back to Eli, your 2-pointer in set 2. What race is the main villain Nero in Star Trek 09?
Romulan.
Correct, 2 points. And the lead right back.
Bouncing it straight back to Alex for his 3-pointer. In how many Star Trek movies do we witness a main crew member die?
Sorry, can I get a clarification? Main crew member as in top build cast?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Okay, second repeat for Alex. In how many Star Trek movies do we witness a main crew member die?
Oh, shit.
5, 4, 3, 2,
3.
1. That is incorrect. The correct answer we have is 4. Wrath of Khan, Generations, Nemesis, and Into Darkness.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
So we're going to stick with Alex for his 5-pointer, which he must hit to force it back to Eli. In Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, the probe shuts down a facility very close to Earth before moving on to the planet. What is the name of the facility?
Hmm.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
Okay, your final repeat. In Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, the probe shuts down a facility very close to Earth before moving on to the planet. What is the name of the facility?
I don't think this is it. The Amargosa?
And your winner, Eli McCaig. It was the space dock.
What was it?
The space dock.
Okay, thank you.
Space dock, but a tight match. Just came down to those 3s and 5s. We're going to hop into our post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate loser today, Alex. But look, you had a great round 1, 8 out of 10. It was really that first MCU question that kind of flipped things around. So, how you feeling?
I feel fine. I probably have been spending too much time hanging out in teams where someone can help remind me of the stuff that I've been missing. There are some people that I would like have a bone to pick if I had lost to people that like, oh, this person's definitely not better than me. I will never, ever feel bad about losing to someone that currently holds a belt, someone that in the past has held a belt. I feel fine. It's a good test run knowing that, for me at least, I can kind of come off the couch and give it a good go. Just the round 3 and then 1 round 2 question got the better of me. I can hold my head up high and, live my life. Might be drinking a little bit later, but what else is new?
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, you fought incredibly hard. This is the end for you at the moment in singles, but going forward, is there anybody out there who you maybe want to get a crack at on the way to a potential belt?
It's funny actually because I was talking it over with my current team partner, who knows how long this one will last, David, and I said that probably teams for me was the way to go. That I wasn't really feeling a lot of singles, but that I'd have to think about it. And I've thought long and hard about it, and I think that I was wrong. I think that I still have a lot of weight to offer this division. And while I don't have any names specifically, I know that eventually somebody somewhere is going to see that I got beat by the current team's champion and think that I'm like a weak target now. Step up, try it, I dare you.
I agree.
Awesome.
I agree. You put up 8 points in round 1. You put up 8 points in round 2, and it was just there was the 3s and 5s, and you were only off by 1 in the 3 that took it away from you. And you knew the Amargosa exists, which I think is a pretty good tough thing in Star Trek. So yeah, if anyone does think that, then they're gonna be in for a shock.
Well, anyway, Alex, thank you so much for being here. This is the end for you here, but we will see you very, very soon. We'll go to our winner today, Eli. Eli, you had a little bit of a stumble there in round 1, dropping the last 2 questions, but you got a great steal in round 2, and you nearly ran you ran your category of Middle Earth there as well, and you could just sit back and just answer your 2. That's all you needed. So, how you feeling?
Yeah. I'm a little bit disappointed in my round 1, especially that Star Trek question, because I think I overcounted. Because I thought, because in my head I was thinking Undiscovered Country was the 7th movie of the Star Trek franchise, and that's really what threw me off. The moment I saw Alex say 6, I was like, no, Undiscovered Country is 6, not 7. So yeah, that was the thing that really got me upset. Everything else, all the other misses were very much I honestly didn't know that question. So I didn't know the questions in round 1. It was just that one Star Trek question. But yeah, getting that MCU steal was very important to me. And then just the entire time just sitting there waiting for him to miss another MCU question, just getting ready, because for a majority of them, I was like, yeah, know the answer. The moment you said the Harley thing, I was like, Snowball. Yeah, I'm ready. And then the other thing I'm mildly upset about is the Radagast, the brown one. I knew that literally popped in my head, but at the same time, I was like, I'm not 100% if it was Radagast. So that's why I went to multiple choice, even though that was the answer that popped in my head. But yeah, after getting all those Middle Earth questions correct, which honestly shocked me, I was very happy with my performance. And yeah, just being able to sit back in round 3, yeah, I was looking forward to just see what's gonna happen. I was ready for another question that come my way to maybe miss it, because Star Trek, as I've said multiple times, not my strongest category. So yeah, that's all I can say.
Absolutely. Well, and not only that, but there is a 16-team teams tournament coming up. You guys obviously aren't in it because you're the team's champions. So this question not only goes to you, but your partner over here. What's one team that maybe has caught your eye a little bit that you're maybe looking to say maybe, hey, maybe these are going to be our next opponents? What are you guys thinking about that?
I mean, Joe, I don't know about you, but I would love to potentially in the future go up against Alex and David personally.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the dreams. Alex and David are very good friends of ours. So we do a lot of stuff backstage here as well. Love to see it. David and I have already battled for the singles belt twice. So it would be really fun to do that in a teams thing. And on a personal note, I'm not letting the dummies get their hands on another one of my team's belts. It's not happening. It's not
I mean, we've proven that we can beat the dummies, and we can see if we have to do a sequel to that match and it's for a belt, we'll just prove we can do it again.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I cannot wait to see who it is. It could be Dummies. It could be Unlimited Power Trip. It could be one of our newer teams. It could be Young Justice. It could be Rent from last year. I mean, it could be Duel of the Fates. It could be anybody.
Necro would be fun.
It could also be Necro. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, Eli, thank you so much. We'll see you back here.
Thank you.
Soon. All right, Joe, let's wrap this one in a bow. Final thoughts on the match.
I thought it was a great match. You love a match that's pretty neck and neck, where you get the exchanges in the leads. You know, first it was Alex, then it was Eli, then it was Alex again, and then we just exchanged through that sort of round 3. Matches like that are always good fun, entertaining, not one-sided. You love to see it.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching another match. We have a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline in singles and teams. We got this little mini bracket that we're doing on the road to the singles belt. We have the 16-team teams tournament going on as well. We got a lot of cool stuff in regular singles and teams. And we also got Star Wars coming down the pipeline. Got to get excited about that as well. But for now, from myself, from Joe, from Alex, from Eli, from David, thank you all for watching another match. And as always, stay cool.